Hi guys, and welcome back to another Premier League prediction video. In round 1 we did pretty well. 3 scores correct out of 10 is not bad. There were also some correct results in there too, so it was a good weekend. The scores that I got correct were Bournemouth drawing 1-1 with West Ham, Sheffield United losing 1-0 against Palace, and Chelsea and Liverpool drawing for the 7th time in a row. This time the score was 1-1, which is what we predicted. So very happy to get 3 out of 10. Hoping we can get more here. But before we go into it, make sure to like and subscribe and share with your friends. Let's get into my predictions. And starting off with 2 teams on Friday night that will probably be somewhere in and around the relegation zone by the end of the season. Forest against Sheffield United. Now Forest got a loss on their first day, but it was 2-1 against Arsenal and they put in a decent display. Sheffield United lost 1-0 to Crystal Palace. I think Forest will have a better season. They're at home for this one, so I fancy Forest to take all 3 points, winning it 1-0. Going into Saturday, and we start with Fulham against Brentford. Now Fulham beat Everton 1-0 away, but Everton really didn't take their chances in that one. So Fulham will be very happy with all 3 points. Brentford drew with Spurs, a good result, 2-2, but I feel like Brentford, when they were 2-1 up, probably should have won that game. However, it's a good start again, so for me, this one, I'm going to go down the middle, 1-1. Liverpool up against Bournemouth next. Now both these sides drew 1-1. Liverpool with Chelsea and Bournemouth with West Ham. I think this will be a tight game, to be honest. I think Bournemouth will have a good season. Liverpool started quite slowly. They started quick in the game against Chelsea, but they've started the season quite slowly in terms of over the whole game. Chelsea were the better side. For this one, Liverpool obviously have the quality. I think they will edge it, and being at home helps. But I don't think it'll be a complete washover. So I'm going to go Liverpool to win 2-1. Luton against Burnley, the 2 newly promoted sides, has been postponed. So I will give my prediction now on what I think it will be. But I will end up giving a prediction when the game actually happens on YouTube Shorts. I think this will be a tight game. Luton at home, very, very good defensively. Burnley have got the quality, a bit more quality, but I think this one, especially being at Kenilworth Road, I have to go for a 1-1 draw. Wolves against Brighton. Now Wolves put in a good performance against Man United. They lost 1-0, but they did not deserve to at all. Should have had a penalty at the end. I don't know what happened with the referees there, but the referees have since been dropped for this weekend's fixtures, so it was an obvious mistake. But Wolves were very good, they just couldn't finish their chances. Brighton beat Luton 4-1. They carried on how they finished off last season. Great style of football, very attacking. And for that reason, I'm going to go for plenty of goals. Brighton to win 3-1. Spurs take on Man United now. Now, both sides didn't put in performances to really remember in their first fixture. But Spurs came out with a point against Brentford and Man United got a win against Wolves. So they got points on the board. Man United will feel incredibly happy with that because Wolves really did outperform them, but Man United managed to get a goal through Varane and win that game. They also had a very, very big help from the referee. For this one, I'm going to stick it straight down the middle because I think both sides are kind of a work in progress. So I'll go 1-1. A very exciting fixture. Definitely looking forward to this one. Man City against Newcastle. Now Man City started with a 2-0 win over Burnley away. Good result. Potential banana skin, but they got the points. Newcastle absolutely battered Villa 5-1. It was a brilliant game and Newcastle were unbelievable. It should have been about 8 or 9 if they could finish their chances, but it's a massive win. And Newcastle looked incredible. I am very upset with myself that I was so harsh on them and put them 6th, because I think they look better than Chelsea, Liverpool and Man United on the weekend. So I really think I should have went higher with Newcastle, but for this one, I fancy Newcastle to get something out of it. I did fancy them for a win, but I had to stop being so over enthusiastic. So I've gone 2-2. Villa against Everton next. Villa had a weekend to forget. A 5-1 loss is their heaviest loss on the opening day of a Premier League season ever. The previous was a 2-goal margin. That was obviously a 4, so very, very poor display from them. They weren't too bad in parts of the first half, but Newcastle did really blow them away for large parts of the game. Everton lost 1-0 to Fulham at home. They will be very upset with that because they had chances, they just couldn't finish them. Quite similar to Wolves. For this one, I've got to go for Villa to win it. I think this is a game against a team that will really sit back against them and Villa will break them down. So Villa to win 2-0. West Ham take on Chelsea. Now West Ham have lost quite a few key players. Declan Rice being the main one. Scamacca, who I really thought looked quite good when he played, isn't there anymore. And Lucas Paqueta hasn't gone, but could be going to Man City, so he might even sit this one out, I'm not too sure. Chelsea signed Caicedo, he will be available for this match. Romeo Lavia will be signed, I don't know if he'll be available though, and same with Michael Elise. He might be signed after the match, I'm not sure, but plenty of transfers coming in. They were the better side against Liverpool in a 1-1 draw. I'll go for Chelsea to win 2-1. And finally, Palace take on Arsenal. Now, Palace got an opening day win thanks to an odds-on Edouard goal against Sheffield United. Arsenal, they got a 2-1 victory over Forest featuring a brilliant strike from Saka. He looks like he's going to carry on the brilliant form from last year. Palace will be a bit upset because it looks like Michael Elise may be going to Chelsea. They've already lost Wilfried Zaha. So they've really got Eze now carrying that attacking midfield forward. They've lost their 2 wingers. How are they going to cope this season? I think they've got some good players, but they do need to start investing quickly. Arsenal, I think they'll go very strong this season, and I think they'll get the better of Palace here. Arsenal to win 2-1. So, those are my predictions for the second round of Premier League fixtures. Let me know down in the comments what your predictions are. I hope you enjoyed this weekend of fixtures, and make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content.